Okay. So we have 3 viewers. I'm going to start the show. We have 3 viewers. So I'm just checking if my YouTube video is playing fine. Okay. So I hope everybody can see this page. I'm currently logged into Buffer. So I can just quickly let me load the Buffer home page. Okay, so this window I'm already logged in. Let me open a new window. Okay, this is the home page of Buffer. The reason I wanted to show this, you can see this one graphics. This is self-explanatory what Buffer can do, and their slogan is "Save time managing your social media." So these are 3 main things that Buffer does. It can schedule your post. It will publish for it. It will publish the post for you, and it can also do analytics. These are 3 main things, and now they also added webinars. Currently, this webinar I'm doing it through Google Plus. It was easy to configure, compared to other tools. But there are other ways we can have a webinar about webinars, how to make a webinar. you know, so Buffer also they have some other additional products. This one is called Pablo. So Pablo is basically you can take any image and you can put text on top of it, and then you can share it in your social media. So let's log into Buffer. I'll just quickly check here. Okay, yeah, my screen. So there's a slight delay between my screen and what shows up on YouTube. Um, so now we are logged into Buffer, and I will go to my account settings. So that's important thing which I want to show you is the browser extensions. Um, so I have already installed it. It's over here. When you click that on any page, the buffer will pop up like this, right? So let me do one thing. I'm gonna close it here. I'm gonna go back to the dashboard. So this is basically I want to show you how buffer works. So let's say I am on an interesting website, entrepreneur.com, maybe. Okay, this is a good article. I just bookmarked it yesterday. So this is a very nice article. It says how to get 60 leads in 24 hours with a landing page and a LinkedIn group. That's a very nice topic. We'll have LinkedIn for some other day. Let's say I want to share this to my social media. So remember there's a rule called 80-20. I'll just open a new one. So there is a rule 80-20. So the 80-20, 80% of your content is curated content and 20% is your own original content. So this is the takeaway for today's webinar. So what I'm going to show you in Buffer is how to get this 80% curated content. So the real interest keyword here is curated. That means there's plenty of content out there on the web, and we are just going around and finding some really nice articles. So you may be thinking, I don't have much time. I'm so busy with my startup. I'm assuming the audience, this webinar, even the recorded session, if I'm able to successfully record this session, I'm assuming the audience is mostly entrepreneurs and startups. But this is a common thing for anybody who wants to make their impact on social media. Um, so the problem here is people usually say, I don't have time to go and read all these articles, but Buffer has a Android app, also has a iOS app. So you're already using your phone the entire day to read articles like this. And here you have this sharing buttons in the website. Similarly, when you are on the phone, when you click on the sharing button, you usually have a settings icon like this, and Buffer will show up in that list. So all you have to do, any interesting article you are reading or about to read and you're about to bookmark it, just add it to Buffer. So I'm going to do it right now using the extension in Firefox. So it gives me a pop-up. It's an overlay over the current thing. It automatically captured the title. It also captured the image. And suppose if this article has more than one image, you can click these arrows and find other images. And this is already pre-formatted for the social media. And here, these are my accounts I have already enabled to Buffer. This article is not suitable for Instagram. So I'm going to uncheck that. You just have to click on it. I'm putting it in LinkedIn, Facebook, because a lot of my Facebook friends are complaining. So I'm not putting it there. So here I'm going back to the original image. Okay, so since it's an article on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is my primary source, but I also want Twitter. And then all you have to do is add to queue. Suppose you are not happy with this image, this is a new feature which I haven't noticed. You can replace the link with a photo or a video, or you can also create an image. So I just have to click on add to queue, and then it is automatically added. So you have completely filled the buffer. Upgrading to awesome gets you more space. Yes. So I will do it later because I don't know awesome how much money they are charging. So if you go back here, I'll just refresh the page. Going back to LinkedIn. So I have some previously Buffer tried to post something. I think it lost connection. So only when these, see, I already have 10 posts here, so I have to click on share now. So then that will go away from the, I'm going to click couple of them. So I'm clearing my queue. So now if I try sharing this again, it should work. So in the free account, they only give you 10 articles at any single day. So that is the only problem. I'm gonna click on share now. So you can do share next, you can do schedule it. Since I'm already on the website, so I'm doing the share now. So it will automatically go here. So I just have to refresh it and see it. So let me open my LinkedIn page. I'm gonna click on my profile. Okay, I'm just checking if the video is still continuing. While it is loading, I can quickly run you through some of the features of Buffer. It's very simple. So all your accounts show up on the left side. Account, you are allowed to have only one of each kind. Upgrade. So I'll show you all the features. It's a little expensive, but there are other tools just like Buffer. I would always recommend take a free account in Buffer, explore the Buffer, and see all the features and see how it works for you. You know, and then if you're happy with it, then if you have the funds to take a premium account, it's almost like $99 a month. So this awesome plan is basically gives you more room. It's only $100 a year, and so 200 posts, 12 social profiles. So you're currently it's only giving you 5 and 2 team members, which is nice. And there are business and agency plans which are even higher. It's like $99 and almost $1,000 a month. So this I will not recommend. Um, so I think Awesome is like it's just 6,000 rupees per year. I think I would upgrade to Awesome anytime. So here, oh, this is okay. I'm in LinkedIn. Hmm, Okay, let me go to the home page. So I'll tell you how these data things, all these articles, where it came from. I use a tool called Q. So I haven't manually curated this. This is the most important part of today's webinar. Uh, what I have been showing you is like how you go to an article like this and use a extension, Firefox extension, or from your phone, how you share it to Buffer. Basically, you're filling up your queue. You can spend like 30 minutes on a weekend, and basically your entire social media is filled up with articles, nice articles like this. But the real key here is there are a couple of tools which can do this data curation automatically. So that's what I want to share with you guys. One of the important tool, it's called Q. There are some limitations. I think it's Q.co. It's a Q followed by three U's. Okay, so this is they clearly say it's not machines. It's a hand curated content suggestions for social media. So this is the biggest takeaway for today's webinar. You can sign up for free, and they previously they didn't have a pricing plan. See, whenever new tools come into the market, I'm the first guy to sign up. So I have some of the premium features enabled in my account because I'm one of the beta users. But for even for the free users, so we have some really nice testimonials from Neil Patel and Sujan Patel and Kiki. So see the free 4 hour plan up to 2 posts per day and up to 5 interest categories. So they have something called the categories. So it goes by that. But if you just pay $10 a month, you can do up to 10 posts a day, just like Buffer, because this 10 posts per day is basically what Buffer says. So Q basically feeds into your Buffer account and unlimited interest category. So when you have more categories, you have better varieties. So basically, the scope here is increase your chances of getting accepted on Q Promote. Okay, this is for the content marketer. This is for a startup. So our launch on Product Hunt. So these guys, so Product Hunt is a very big website where they did the launch. Okay, so let me see if I remember my login. So I just have to log. You can basically once you're logged into Buffer, you can basically log into Q through Buffer. Okay, so now this is the dashboard of Q. So so this all I think I have logged in a long time ago. So but it has captured all my ID and everything. So I think it's already pre-configured because I don't even remember when was the last time I logged into Q. I always log into Buffer at least once a week. So here you can see these are the scheduled posts, right? And these are the posts that are lined up. So these posts, they are fed into my Buffer queue. So that will show up here. And then Buffer knows exactly when to post it to my social media. So basically I'm having my entire social media on autopilot. So I just want to show you the categories. So these are the categories. Earlier they had very few categories. And they also show you, for example, if it's accountancy, how many articles inside. So currently I have selected artificial intelligence. I don't know why I did that. Okay, big data I selected. Business strategy, that's a good category. Business management. See, if you prefer to post cat gifs, this is the category for you. So let's see what other categories I have selected. So now the okay, entrepreneurs and startup stories. It has 43 articles inside. Entrepreneurship. Okay, so it looks like I already maxed out my 5 categories. So this list goes on and on and on. So I'm hoping that this is more than sufficient for most people. I use this growth hacking. So most of the interesting articles come from this growth hacking category because most of my followers are startups and entrepreneurs, and I have a huge collection in this. So I think the people who do the curation, they're also more interested in this category. This is the biggest category with more articles. Some of these like healthcare only has 13 articles. Higher education doesn't have any articles. But this is like today's story. They keep on adding more categories, and each category gets added more articles. So this is where the hand curation comes. So all you have to do is you sign up for a Q account, sign up for a Buffer account, link all your social media, right? And then automatically from queue it will go here. So if I check my Facebook account, so these are the articles currently in queue for my Facebook account. So this will go tomorrow. This is Monday, 15th August. This is Tuesday. So like this, I have scheduled automatically. I'm not even doing anything. So currently there's 5 articles in my queue. So I'm not on the business plan. Curate your content inbox on the awesome plan. Okay, I'm definitely going to upgrade to awesome plan. Create images with Pablo. Okay, this is one thing I can quickly show you. So Pablo is a very nice way to see if you're not a designer and you need images to go along with your stories. Remember this cutoff: 80% curated content, where the images automatically come from the original source, but there is a 20% original content which you are writing. So for this, you definitely need images. So where do you go for images? So Pablo is a way to annotate your images. I will show you where to go for images. So if you go back to my Google Chrome, when I click a new tab, automatically some nice image loads up, and this is called Unsplash Instant. And I can click on download. So this is the extension I have installed in my Google Chrome. There's some problem because we are currently in a broadcast, so the internet speed is not sufficient. But I can just go to Unsplash homepage. So this is a place real photographers, professional photographers, they come and they upload some real quality photographs as well as some images that you can use it for many purposes. So you can also search the photos. So the huge collection. It's a growing collection. They also have featured new one collections. I think they also have other things like if you're a developer, you can actually programmatically pull the image from Unsplash. And let's see, suppose I want something with startup, right? So these guys, 9 users. So this image, so this is a very nice image, right? So I would love to download this one. I can use it. I'm just gonna do it right away. Save images. I'll put it on the desktop. So now I will go to um, Pablo. So this is just the customer onboarding. They show you how to use Pablo. Okay, take me to Pablo. Yes. So here you can actually search images here, or you can upload your. Basically, this also most of these images come from Unsplash, but I'm gonna click upload image because I already identified the image that I want. We can only handle files up to 3 MB. Okay, I got it. So I think this image is huge. Let's try to minimize it. Effects, light, filters, rotate. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna open this in MS Paint. Sometimes the good old guys are the best guys. All you need is a resize button, you know. Okay. 3.2 MB. I'm gonna do one more 90%. Okay, it's only 1.2 MB now. Okay. So now I'm going back to Pablo, upload image. It should work now. The wheel is spinning. Yes. So now we have the image here. So now these are the sizes. So this is for Pinterest, right? When I click this, it automatically resizes for Pinterest. And this is for Instagram, I think. And this is for Facebook and Twitter. So this is the usual horizontal layout. And here you can change the contrast. So these are some of the filters. So you can have a light blur. See, it's blurred. Or you can do a heavy blur. But for this image, I don't need a heavy blur. I can't even see what's in it. So I would just put light contrast. Light contrast would be the better one. I think we have to do the reset first. Okay. And text. So text, you can have a header and a body or just a caption, right? So I think these two things is good. And you can add quotes. And you can also insert your logo or a graphic. So I'm gonna insert Startup Heroes logo. I should have a new logo. Let me see if it's a PNG. This is a PNG file. So the logo, I'm gonna drag it here. Okay, that's it, done. We're almost done. So now we just have to double click and thanks for watching the webinar. So here you can make it smaller. Okay, I think they only have 3 sizes. I can try a different font. They have a lot of fonts. I like this Josephine slab, right? Okay, and that's done. You can also rearrange. Then here, I'm gonna type, see you soon. Can bring it down also. Okay, that's it. So I'm done with it. So I can give share and download. I can directly send to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. So I'm going to send to Twitter because we formatted it for Twitter. But this is not going to Startup Heroes Twitter. It is actually going to my Twitter. So actually, you can share up to 4 images with this post. So I'm gonna click instead of add to queue. So this, you click on this arrow, you have share next, share now, schedule post. So I'm gonna do share now. I'll also enable Facebook, right? Okay, this is my personal Facebook. I would again log out. I'll download this image. Then I will go into Startup Heroes buffer account, and I will post it from there. Right now, I'll just put it on Twitter. Share now. Sending your update. So now let's go to my Twitter. Just quickly show you a couple of things in Twitter. Let me check. Okay. Okay. So now I'm in my personal Twitter account. So I'll go to my profile. I just want to see if the image was posted properly. Ah, man. Click twice here to edit text. The image is fantastic, looks great. I forgot to change the content here in Pablo. Okay, so that's something that we have to be very careful. Um, so I just click on download. So it's safer to download, but then I like the smoothness, where you can edit the images and directly share it. But before you do that, you just have to make sure you don't make a silly mistake like this. Um, so let me see. I can delete the tweet. Delete before somebody sees it and responds to it. Okay, here is the one we previously scheduled on Buffer. How to get 60 leads in 24 hours. So this is already posted on my Twitter account. And similarly, I think it should also show up in my LinkedIn account. I think 11 new updates. Just gonna quickly scroll through my LinkedIn. I have so many people now in LinkedIn. I don't recognize some of these people. Okay. So see, it's easier to do it in Twitter. So in Buffer, let's see what's happening in LinkedIn. So currently there are 8 items. So quickly, I want to show you analytics. So right now, there's no clicks for this one. Okay, there's somebody clicked on this one. How to steal your competitors' Facebook traffic. That's interesting. So this was on 29th July. So looks like not many people are clicking on these articles. There's a one like on this one, and this is a top post because it was liked. There was a like as well as a click. See, this is what happens when you don't do much. See, the autopiloting is good, but you also need to do some more. There are other techniques that you have to do, but autopiloting takes away a bulk of the social media workload. Plus, you really need to be a popular guy for people to follow you and like you and clicks. I think this particular week, the problem was Buffer could not access my LinkedIn account because I changed the password. I can just click on the most popular. Okay, filtering, they don't have to upgrade. So then the other interesting thing in Buffer is the scheduling. So what you can do is, this is what Buffer is suggesting, the timing. People are asking me, see, you can also do scheduling the social media on Hootsuite and other apps like Buffer. Why you are using Buffer? The key is, how do I know 10:54 a.m. or 5:39 p.m. Right? I don't know. Buffer tells me this is the time people in India, in your particular time zone, Asia, right? And this is what happens. And you can actually check on. You can check one by one also. You know, this is the average time it's giving. So what you can do is you can actually create your own timing. You can just click on add posting time. It automatically pre-populates. So I'm gonna suppose I don't want to post on a Saturday and a Sunday, right? I don't want to bug people on the weekends. So Monday to Friday, I'm posting at least 5 times a day. But if you see here, 11:56 and 11:55, they're very close. I will add one more posting time and see if it gives me a different, then I'll remove the middle one, right? And 12:09, 12, okay, this at least 10 minutes gap. This is very close. I will remove this. Okay, so let me add one more. Yeah, this looks nice. So at least 5 times every weekday, or you can skip and just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can do that way also. So this is the idea. Even in a free account, you can do all these things. Um, so currently my previous setting was I had it every day. I think let me see how many, I think maximum of 10 times a day, I think. I don't know if it goes beyond 10 times a day. Oh, interesting. Maximum of 10 times a day. So if you do 10 times a day, you'll very quickly run out of post in your scheduling. So, and all these times are exactly the same. Uh, because Buffer doesn't have enough data from my personal account. See, some of it is not just my account, it's also, it looks at what's the general trend, you know. So I'm gonna remove this, add one. I like that 5 times a day. That was very nice. Yes. There's a PM, PM, AM, AM, AM. Okay. So this one, I'll probably make it 9. This instead of 54, I'll make it 44. So you can do all the gimmicks. You can change it, right? And Instagram. So Instagram is kind of unique. So Instagram, it doesn't do automatic posting. Um, it'll kind of send you a reminder on your app. I think there's some issues with Instagram. But Pinterest, I made to add Pinterest. So if you go to connect more profiles, Pinterest is a paid feature because most of the businesses they use Pinterest. Instagram reminders. So if you connect this, it'll tell you if you have Instagram installed in your app, it'll send you at the right timing. It'll send you the reminder. Then just click the button yes. Google Plus, if you have a Google Plus page, I have to enable this. So currently I'm only using these 3 because this is a personal account. So that's it, folks, for today. Quickly, I want to show you. So to wrap up how the automation works. So you have original blog post, which I will show you. Either it's your own website, or there's other ways to have your original blog post. So there's a tool. There's a very nice blogger tool called Medium.com. Again, from the same people who left Twitter and started it. So from your original blog post, this is for 20% original content. You go to Buffer, and it gets on all your social media accounts, right? All the accounts. So all the accounts that you enable. So same goes for that 80%. I'm next webinar, I will have some really PowerPoint slides made. So here, I'm not having my own content. So I'm going from Q to Buffer, right? So this is the one we covered recently. So I'll show you the home page of Q. So these are the scheduled posts right now. So I'm going from Q to Buffer to all my social media. It's very simple. So then if you want some more content, right? So what we discussed was Pablo. So Pablo is here. So this is like how you take an image and you add whatever text you want, your logo and all that stuff. And then you have these options to control the orientation of the text and also the 3 major sizes. I'm sure as time goes on, they'll have more sizes. So the advantage in Pablo, what I did, I went to Unsplash. And obtain this image, but technically you don't have to. So you can actually search images right here. So suppose I want to search, enter. So I get images just like that. So let's say this is the image I like. I just have to click on it. How do I drag it? Okay, it's just a little slow, I think. Oh, it still asks me to download from that. Okay. So it should be a nice feature if you can just click and drag and drop. I'm sure there's a way. Maybe it works in Google Chrome. It doesn't work in Firefox. Because what's the point of giving this if I cannot click and drag and drop? See, I cannot drag and drop. That should be awesome if I can drag and drop. Or maybe if I go to a blank template again, right? Okay, see, I just had to do this. Okay, okay, okay. So you have to go to templates, and let's say I want this template, and it automatically updates. So I can change. I can change the background. I think. See, you just have to wait for a few seconds. It updates. So we covered Q, Buffer, social media, and your own original blog post. This part I just have a quick update. Tableau we covered, and I also showed you the entire workflow through Buffer. So for the original blog post, what I use is called Medium. For the popular, just like blogger.com and WordPress.com, Medium is one of the go-to places for blogging. And you can just you can see the quality of it's very clean, very minimal. There's no junk stuff on the left and the right side. It's purely focused on content, just the title, the who is the author, and the uh, uh, first few lines of the article, so it's very easy. You just have to click on sign in, and you can use your Twitter, Facebook, or Google. So I'm gonna use Twitter. I recommend use Twitter as a login for Medium. So that way it's easy for you to share it with your Twitter followers also. And Medium can be tied up with Buffer. There's a way to do it. We use a tool called Zapier, which I will cover in the next webinar. Already we crossed more than 40 minutes in this webinar. So currently I am in my league Medium page. So it's very easy to log in. And you can see this gives you Hope Atina started following you, Ioni Setcher following you, and these guys, see people, John Lee and 3 others started following you. This was February 14th, right? A lot of activities going on. I hardly ever log into this Medium, very rarely, because I have multiple Medium accounts. So all you have to do is click on new story. You can start drafting a new story, the title and tell your story. You click on this plus, you can add an image, right? So I can click on the image. I can bring this particular image that we downloaded, and I can write here. So say mistakes, every photographer should avoid, I'm not going to publish this. I'm just showing you how it's going to be. So the moment you click below the image, that plus thing again comes. Then you can add a video, you can embed code, you can, I think, add a new part, right? So that is like it's like a line break kind of thing. So and then you can, if you don't, you can actually share it. You click on the publish, it gets published. If you don't click on publish, it just ends up as a draft. So it goes into your drafts. See, it automatically here. So I have written this, last edited a year ago, digital marketing for healthcare professionals. So let me go to the stories. So so far I have written 8 stories. So best way to get seed funding without the equity dilution. This was published on March 31. You see the frequency at which I'm publishing. This is September of 2015. This is not my article. I must have added some comment. Those things also show up here. This is my article. This was in July of 2015, right? So let me show this one. This is a well-written one. So Medium gives you this very nice full screen images. You can add this kind of, you see this effect is called that when you do the scrolling, that parallax effect. And this is a scientific article. It's about the genome revolution, because that's what I do most of the time. And it's very nice formatting, very clean, and these are some related articles that came with this. So, so these three are the articles. So transitioning from being a blogger to a digital marketer, this is still in the works. Let me see if it is needs some more work. So this is the advantage in Medium. You can always go back to the article and you can look at the. So this image I found somewhere and look at the comment. This is me in 2008, a lab rat exploring the internet. It's so funny to go back and see your own article, you know. Okay, this is a story about how I started a blog called vedesignapps.com. So this is that story, but I'm kind of reviving that website again. Okay, the shibi.branded.me. I was very busy doing some personal branding. So this is, I can send you all these things in the newsletter, you know. So this is just like LinkedIn. So it's just like your, not exactly LinkedIn, it's more like about.me. It's your personal resume. If somebody wants to hire me, they can just come and see. It's a more, like an elegant way of presenting, instead of what the usual dull thing that LinkedIn does. And this is my AMA page. Wise, like, I don't know if it's still active. Let me check. Oh, yeah, this is still active. Yes, that's great. So people come here, and you have a question, you can come to me. This is a link. You can come here. You can ask questions, and I log in occasionally like this, once in a blue moon, and then I will reply. So looks like they have done some improvements in the. So looks like I have like 3 subscribers. Nice, fantastic. So it's still working, you know. And this is my Coach Me page. So for people who don't know, Coach.me is a very popular platform to find your personal coach. This is all for personal branding. So looks like my page is no longer live. Just probably because I was the inactive user, they deleted me. Okay, okay, forget it. I have to remove this now. So I started a publication. This is another interesting thing about Medium. You not just writing an article, so you can actually publish an entire journal. So basically, grouping your right now, there's only one article. Let's say I have written like 100 articles, right? And it will be grouped into a nice magazine kind of format. So that's the whole idea behind Medium. So the Medium also has other things, like once you have a publications, you know. So Startup Heroes, I just started writing a publication. I'll show you a very good publication. So this Product Hunt, they have a fantastic publication. So I like this layout. So you see that all these articles become part of the publication. So then if somebody follows this publication, whatever articles you post here, it automatically becomes a newsletter. Oh, wow, I like all of these guys, the Silicon Valley guys. Want to go to TechCrunch Disrupt for free? Yeah, I do. So I like this Product Hunt guys. They are Silicon Valley entrepreneurs. 10 must-read books that will make you ridiculously productive. So I'll come back to this and read later. So this is what I wanted to show you. So you can basically have a digital presence, very clean layout, very minimal and elegant layout, and use this. So say for example, I'm on this page, right? These 9 products will make you ridiculously nostalgic. Okay, this is not the right one, but still, click on buffer, done. It's going into my queue, you know. So it's automatically formatted. Um, for some reason, okay, because of Instagram, let me uncheck Instagram. Because Instagram, The problem with Instagram, you need to have your own image. So when you have original content. So I'm reading an article. So Medium also has a mobile app. So once you install all these tools, Q doesn't have a mobile app. This is the only guy that doesn't have a mobile app. But you already know Twitter has a mobile app, Facebook and all these other guys. And Medium, one of the important ones, they have a mobile app. So when you're reading, you can just hit on share, even the image. See, I can share this image. This can actually, so Buffer can just do images alone. This can go to Instagram, I believe. Let me try. So I'm going to uncheck all the other networks. See, since it's an image, I can just add to queue. Done. Right. So when you bring the cursor over an image, automatically the Buffer gives a share image, which is pretty similar to what Pinterest does. So I'm not a huge fan of Pinterest, but you are into fashion design and those kind of visual way of reaching out to the customers, then that's the way to go. So I think we're pretty much done. Let me quickly check if the webinar is still live. Maybe I just paused it somewhere. Okay. Yes, we're still live. Okay, so I think my YouTube probably hanged up. So I'm gonna close that. Too many windows. Too many windows. Okay. So thanks for joining, guys. Hopefully, like I should have a recording of this. And if I have the recording, I'll share it to everybody. Okay. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.